So like I said, this is Jeff Keighley. Oh, my audio's off.
And
There
the
we
Game
go.
Awards season is officially here, leading up to our live show streaming everywhere on Thursday, December 11th. Welcome to our 2025 Global Nomination Announcement Special. Every year, we come together as a community to celebrate and, of course, debate the absolute.
So I've got a feeling, again, I'm kind of, maybe it's because I'm hoping, but I really hope Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is kind of all over the Game Awards. I got a feeling they're going to have a lot of nominations.
Only a handful have the honor of being selected as nominees for the Game Awards by our global voting jury. Who's in the running? Well, you're about to find out as we reveal this year's nominees across all the categories. And you can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com. All right, should we do it? Here's the first category. For Best Performance, the nominees are
everyone
Ben
from Claire
Starr
Obscure.
For Claire Obscure Expedition
Yay,
33.
Ben Starr.
Charlie Cox for Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Yay, Charlie Cox.
Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote. Jennifer English for Claire
Jennifer
Obscure
English,
Expedition
yay.
33. Konatsu Kato for Silent
Yay,
Hill
Kato.
F. And Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I could see any of
Best
them.
ongoing
Any of them really will win.
nominees are
I'm okay
Final
with any of
Fantasy
them winning.
14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
I bet you Marvel
For Best
Rivals
mobile
is going to
game,
take
the
that one
nominees
this
are
year.
Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Masome,
Sonic Rumble.
Pretty Derby,
Ooh,
and
mama.
Wuthering Waves.
You mama. Yo
This
mama.
year's nominees for Best Art Direction are Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight
Let's
Silk
go,
Song.
Hades.
For Best Score and Music, leveled up by Spotify, the nominees are
Oh, Claire Obscure,
Christopher
easy.
Larkin for Hollow Knight Silk Song,
Claire Obscure, easy.
Aaron Korb for Hades 2, Lorian Testar for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Toma Otoa for Ghost of Yote, and Woodkid and Ludwig Forsell for Death Stranding 2 On the Beach. The Best Audio Design nominees are
That game,
Battlefield
Death Stranding
6,
2 just
Claire
kinda came and
Obscure
went, didn't
Expedition
it?
33, Death Stranding 2
I don't remember
On
hearing
the
anybody
Beach,
talk about
Ghost
that game
of
when it came
Yote,
out.
and Silent Hill F. Best Adaptation was added to the Game Awards in 2022 to recognize an outstanding show, movie, or other creative work inspired by and based on an established video game world. Here are this year's nominees for Best Adaptation.
Best
A
adaptation.
Minecraft movie.
That's gonna
Devil May
win just
Cry,
because it's
Splinter
Minecraft.
Cell Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn.
No.
For Best Narrative, the
Minecraft will win that
outstanding
easy.
nominees are Claire Obscure Expedition
Yay.
33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. Best Community Support celebrates game developers who continually
Easy.
and
Claire's gonna
transparently
sweep
engage,
all these
support, and
categories.
respond to their players. This year's nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Your nominees for Games for Impact are Consume Me, Despelote, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and
Oh, okay, I
Wonderstone.
did play South of
In
Midnight. That's the only one I
category
played out
Best
of all.
Multiplayer, the
Goodness.
nominees are Ark Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction.
What the heck is Peak?
Best independent game celebrates
I don't even
games
think I've
with a
heard of
high
Peak.
degree of risk tolerance.
Is it
produced
Peak?
outside
Is
the
Peak
traditional
Peak?
publisher system. Those
Is Peak a
nominees
Peak game?
are Absolem, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Best Debut Indie Game recognizes a development team that hasn't won a Game Award before. In fact, these teams published their first game this year. The nominees are Blueprints, Claire Obscure Expedition
Yay,
33,
Claire Obscure.
Despelote, Dispatch, and Megabomb.
Oh, I heard about
For Best
Dispatch.
VR AR game, the nominees
I wanted to play
are
that.
Alien Rogue Incursion, Ark and Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk. For Content Creator of the Year, the nominees are
ChazmaN.
Pedro, Kai Sanat,
ChazmaN.
Voice Critical,
Next,
Sakura
enter
Miko,
ChazmaN.
and
Next,
The Burnt Peanut.
ChazmaN.
Part of the Game Awards is looking forward to what's next, and don't worry. We'll
I
have
guess
lots of
Moist
games
Critical?
to
He's the
announce
only one I
for you on
watched out of
December
all of
11th.
them, so...
But what's the most
Let's go,
anticipated
Moist.
upcoming game? Here
Go,
are the
Charlie.
nominees based on currently
And he's a
announced
Florida boy
titles.
like me.
007 First Light,
Double
Grand
wins.
Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4.
Gosh, I hate that. There's so many. All of those are really good.
Nominees are
My most anticipated would probably
On
be...
the Beach, Ghost of Yote.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm not
Silksong,
excited for another Resident
Indiana
Evil game.
Jones and the Great
I always
Circle,
love a good
and
Resident Evil game.
Split Fiction. For best role-playing game,
So that's why I
the
said
jury
Dispatch is
selected
fun, though I haven't played it, but I've been watching the
Claire
streamer
Obscure
play it, so I
Expedition
enjoyed it.
33,
Maybe eventually I'll try
Kingdom
it
Come
out.
Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2. In the category of best fighting game, the nominees are 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5.
There's no
Revo
chance
World
Mortal
Stage.
Kombat wins that, right?
The
Haven't
nominees
people
for
been
best
complaining about that
action
game since
are
it launched?
Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Hades, definitely for
Innovation
that
and
one.
accessibility celebrates games that are making our industry available and enjoyable
How
to
long is
more
this short
people.
video, right? Only 10
Nominees
minutes.
for innovation and accessibility are
Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, EA Sports FC26, and South of Midnight. Next up, Best Family Game. The nominees are Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party,
that's a strong one.
Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. The
Best
Sim
family
strategy
game. I would probably say Mario Kart.
The
I really
Alters,
enjoyed Mario Kart.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Evilise Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising,
Sonic
and
Skylar.
Two Point
I haven't
Museum.
played Sonic, so I don't
These
think I can
games are
vote for it, but I
nominated
know
for
that's
Best
a very
Sports
popular
Racing
choice.
Game. EA Sports FC26, F125, Mario Kart World, Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
now the nominees in our 3 esports categories, starting with
Best Esports Game. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. The nominees for Best
Bang
Esports
Bang, what
Athlete
the heck?
are Brock, Chovy, Forsaken, Kakaru, Mena RD, and Zywoo. And for Best
I
Esports Team,
don't know
our
any of
Special
those
Esports
people.
Committee nominated these teams.
I don't know anything about
Gen G
esports.
League of Legends, NRG Valorant, Team Falcons Dota 2, Team Liquid PH Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Team Vitality Counter-Strike 2.
Okay, we're almost done, but there are still 2 very important categories to go. First, Best Game Direction recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are
Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh, yeah.
Death Stranding 2 On the Beach.
Boo,
Ghost of Yote.
boo,
Hades 2.
yeah.
And Split Fiction.
Meh.
And now it's the big one. GOTY, Game of the Year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience to players across all creative and technical fields. For this year's awards, our global TGA jury has selected the following 6 games as the nominees.
It's Claire Obscure,
for Game
easy,
of the Year.
easy pick.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 from Sandfall Interactive.
Easy pick.
Death Stranding 2 On the Beach from Kojima Productions. Donkey Kong Bonanza from Nintendo. Hades 2 from Supergiant Games.
I'd take Hades
Hollow
too.
Knight Silksong from Team Cherry. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 from Warhorse
Claire Obscure
Studios.
or Hades 2. One of those.
There you have it, your nominees for Game of the Year. And now that those are official, you can anticipate Lauren Balfe and the Game Awards Orchestra playing their themes as part of our musical salute to the nominees live on December 11th. But before that, we need your help to decide which nominees become the winners. Make sure to head to thegameawards.com to cast your ballot, and new this year, download your vote card so you can share your picks on social media. There is still one more category where the nominees have yet to be revealed, Player's Voice, where fans 100% select the winner from 30 nominees. We'll announce those nominees on Monday, December 1st, so set a reminder on the website.
I got done with my
to be
match
alerted.
on my game. Who won
The
Game of the
winners
Year?
in all categories will be revealed live
Yeah,
during
this is just the
TGA,
nominees.
when it streams
The
globally on
Game
Thursday,
Awards isn't until
December
the
11th, starting with
December.
opening act at
I think
4:30
December
p.m.
10th, he
Pacific,
said.
7:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 a.m. GMT at thegameawards.com.
I
and
unfortunately
live across
watch the Game
every
Awards
major
every
video
year,
and
so
social platform out there.
you guys can
Thanks for
expect
watching.
we'll
I
be
hope to see
streaming
you
it
live
as
on Thursday,
typical.
December 11th to celebrate the best and see what's next in video games.
Yeah. Alright, and I guess, as with any a good follow-up to that, I guess I might as well make my way over there and do my voting now, I guess. Vote now, I guess, huh? While I'm here. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and real quick do my voting. Let's see. It would be a hilarious prank if Black Ops 7 just won Game of the Year. Sure. I guess that would be funny. I would actually be more peeved if that happened. I mean, I haven't played Black Ops 7, but from what I've seen, it hasn't looked all that particularly amazing. Alright, so let's see. So view all categories. Let's just hit start voting. Alright, so what do we got here? So vote for Game of the Year. Game of the Year, to me, is going to be easy. This is probably the easiest selection out of everything. I've played 3 out of 6 of these games. I've played Hades 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Claire. Easy for me is going to be Claire. Okay. So let's... Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next category. Best Game Direction. Oh, I just realized that's not on there. Alright, so let's see. So Best Game Direction. Award for Outstanding Vision and Innovation in Game Direction and Design. So I'm going to go with Claire Obscure again, because I would have to choose between... Actually, I played Split Fiction, Hades 2, and Claire. Hades 2, even though I'm loving that game, its game direction is very... kind of builds off of the previous one, so I don't think I could give it to that one. And I would still say Claire Obscura would be mine, simply because that was a fresh game, starting off from the very beginning. So that would be my choice, would be Claire. So Best Narrative, Outstanding Storytelling and Development in a Game. Odin Salty in chat says, I played none of these games, didn't have the money to buy them, lol. That's all good. I played them. I played them for you guys. That's why I'm here. So let's see. So I only played 2 out of 5 of these. I played Silent Hill F, Claire Obscure. Loved, well, I liked Silent Hill F. I don't think I could vote for that one. I would have to give that to Claire Obscure. I'm gonna be heavily biased. That was by far the best game I've played this year, so forgive me. So Best Art Direction. So this one I might deviate from because I love the art in Hades 2 so much. I'll break off of Claire Obscure for this one, and I will say Hades 2 wins art direction. Love Hades 2. I just love the art in that game. That game's so beautiful looking. Best Score and Music. To me, again, this is an easy one. I'll give it to Lorian. Loved what he did with that game. So we'll give that to Claire. Best Audio Design. Actually, I could have played Claire Obscure when I had Game Pass Ultimate, but that's a scripture ran out, says Odin. So this one I might branch off of from Claire Obscure again. This one we're talking audio design. I'm actually going to say something crazy. I'm going to give this to Battlefield 6, because I did love the audio design in Battlefield 6. So I'm going to go Battlefield 6 here. To me, that's an easy one. Like, the audio in that game is so good, but like, they did a great job with that. I feel like Battlefield 6 deserves some praise this year. So I'll give that to Battlefield. Best Performance to an Individual Voice Actor. So let's see. So Troy Baker did a great job with Indiana Jones. I played that. Konatsu did a good job with Silent Hill F. So to me, again, this is going to come between probably Ben Starr and Jennifer English. I'm going to give it to Jennifer. Because I think she played Mael, right? Was that the character she voiced? If she voiced Mael, Mael was incredible. I'm going to go Jennifer here for this one. Doom the Dark Ages is pretty fun. Not Game of the Year material, but it was fun like the other Dooms. I know Reese would choose Doom in a heartbeat. I'll be honest. Even though we did play Doom, I didn't enjoy Doom as much as I was hoping I would. I did think it was fun. It was a good time. But considering the last one I had played before that was Doom 2016, I don't know. There was just something about Doom, the new Doom, that I just was not... Sorry, I gotta change something on my phone real quick. I don't know. I was not blown away by it. To me, it just really didn't do a heck of a whole lot that I thought was Wait, the Daredevil guy was in Clair Obscur? Yes, he played oh gosh, what was the first character's name? Yeah, he was in there. Not Gustav. I think he played Gustav in the game. Innovation and accessibility. Recognizing software or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, tech. See, this one I wouldn't know what each of them brought to the table. I guess I'll go South of Midnight just to give that game some love. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a social media meaning or message. Now the only one I played out of these was South of Midnight, so I'll go with that one again. Best ongoing game. Have I played any of these? I have. I've played Marvel Rivals and Helldivers. I'll go Marvel. Why not? I did play that a little bit. Best community support. I guess I'll just go Baldur's Gate. I feel like everyone they'll vote that. Best indie game. Technical achievements outside the traditional publisher. So that would be between Claire and Hades. I'm gonna go Claire, of course. Best debut indie game. Clair Obscur. Easy one. Best mobile game. I haven't played any of these. I guess for chat's sake, I'll go Sonic. I don't know. I haven't played any of those freaking things. Best AR VR. Again, I don't think I played any of these. I'll go Alien just because I like Alien. Best action game. This one's easy for me. Hades. Best action adventure. The only one I've actually played out of these is Split Fiction and Indiana, so I'll go Indie. Best RPG. Claire, that's easy. And I even played Avowed, but Claire was much better than Avowed. Best fighting game. I don't know. Which one would... I haven't played any of these. I'll go Virtua. Best family game. So this is where things are going to get interesting. So best family game. To me, I mean, the only two I've played three of these. I played Split Fiction, I played Mario Kart, and I played Donkey Kong. I'm going to go Mario Kart. I know Sonic, from what I've heard, Sonic actually has gotten a lot of love. I haven't played Sonic, though, so for me, I'm going to have to go Mario Kart. Best sim game. I haven't played any of these. I guess I typically like Sid Meier's, so I'll say Sid Meier's. Let's see. Best sports racing games. We got Sonic and Mario Kart. Veronica Dies. Well, I haven't played it. I can't vote for a game I haven't played. Mario Kart's the only one I've played. Best multiplayer. This is easy for me. Battlefield. Best adaptation. I guess I'll go Last of Us. I did watch that at least. I wasn't like in love with the show, but it was okay. Most anticipated game. So this one's hard because there's 4 games here that I'm super excited for. Captain, there's a demo of Sonic you can try out. Well, it's too. Oh, I'll play it eventually. So I've got GTA, Wolverine, Requiem, or Witcher. These are 4 games that I am super stoked for. I would be lying if I didn't say I'm actually more excited for Witcher or Resident Evil. So that's going to be tough. It's probably for me going to be between Resident Evil and The Witcher. You know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say Resident Evil. I do think that's the one I'm most interested in playing. Even though, like, of course, GTA and Wolverine I'll definitely play as well. Content Creator of the Year, Moist Critical. Sure, he's the only one I watch out of them. Best esports game. I don't play any of these. I guess go Counter-Strike. Esports athlete. Who out of these would I want to have a beer with? Who would I want to have a beer with? This guy looks interesting. Sure, I'd have a beer with this guy. Best esports team. Let's see. I guess I'll go because I like Bang Bang. Sure, go Bang Bang. Player's voice. 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. Notify me when voting opens for each round. Round 1 opens December 1st. Sure, notify me. You're in. We'll let you know when each round opens for voting. Votes cast, 29 for 29. Okay, I guess I'm done. Yay! My first round of voting is in for the Game Awards. I picked random on esports. Yeah, there's some of those I have like no idea who any of them are, but it's all good. Actually, there's a video here I kind of want to see. Young is talking about there's some sort of drama with the Game Awards. This I didn't catch on to. I wonder what he's talking about.
I talked about Megabonk. This is an indie game that was nominated for Debut Indie Game for Game Awards 2025. But something bizarre happened. Megabonk came out and said that they don't qualify for this category, and so they are with...
Scott Twine says, I have something random. DoorDasher girl got arrested for intruding into someone's house. That sounds,
drawing.
weird.
Megabonk being developed by this developer going by the name Veginad. You can see right here, if you look up their store page, this is in fact the only game that they've released. And it launched to really positive fanfare, very positive review score here of, 92%, 93%, you name it. And then beyond that, the player base of this is up there. I mean, we're talking about an indie game with an all-time peak of 170,000.
Why am I just finding out about Megabonk?
Players on Steam, which is a figure that not even AAA games at times reach, and that's in large part to do with the fact that the game is just a lot of fun.
What is
the
it?
game is basically a Vampire Survivors-like, but, kind
Oh.
of taken into the 3D realm, if you will. It's 3D Vampire Survivors is the best way to describe it.
That's kind of cool.
but with
I like
its own,
Vampire Survivors.
kind of personality and artistic identity, so on and so forth. So yeah, really popular game, and many were pleased to see that it was in the debut indie game category. But then Megabonk came out and had this to say: I'm withdrawing from the Game Awards. It's an honor and a dream for Megabonk to be nominated for the Game Awards, but unfortunately, I don't think it qualifies for the category of debut indie game. I've made games in the past under different studio names, so Megabonk is not my debut game.
Well, that's
I really
admirable.
appreciate the nominations, support, and votes, but it doesn't feel right in this category. You should vote for another one of the amazing debut titles. They're all amazing games. Thanks again. New Megabonk update coming soon.
Oh,
John,
just because they're saying that, if they're still in that category, they might win. Just simply by saying something like that, that would garner a lot of popularity, especially like someone like me. Just seeing that for me is like, oh well, now I'm gonna vote for you. But I just realized I think that category might have been Claire Obscure, so there's a good chance they would probably lose anyways.
And in my last video, I talked about what a move of integrity this was, and the general masses seem to agree, judging by the fact that this tweet went viral. 5.7 million views, over 115,000 likes. So Megabonk would have benefited a lot from the prestige that comes with being nominated by the Game Awards. The fact that they went ahead and did this integrity move actually, in a weird way, ended up garnering them even more attention. And that's because, the world recognizes integrity, and it is something that they, very much respect. Now, the question was, would the Game Awards honor the request? Because there have been situations in the past where people have criticized certain games not belonging in certain categories, but they kind of went ahead anyway. But it would seem as though that is not going to be the case with this particular scenario. Jeff Keighley right here responded to Megabonk's request and actually decided to respect their decision to withdraw, stating, quote, Megabonk, a nominee for Best Debut Indie Game, reached...
Odin Salty says some news to maybe talk about, but since the announcement of Steam Machine... Oh, we could definitely look into that, says Odin. Yeah, definitely the Half-Life 3 rumors. We'll check out that after this.
That he is an
I would like to
solo
kind of figure out what's kind of going on
presenting
with
himself
that.
as a new creator under
There was
the
supposed to
name
be an
Veginad.
announcement today
We're
or something,
grateful
I
for
thought
his
somebody
honesty.
said.
As a result, Megabonk will be removed from the category. He'll share more about his story when he's ready, but we respect that he didn't want to take recognition away from other debut teams, even though the game itself is outstanding. And if you go to the Game Awards website, you can in fact see that in the Best Debut Indie Game category, Megabonk has been removed, leaving Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Despelote, and Dispatch as the nominees for Best Debut Indie Game. And this, I think, is worth celebrating because one of the most infamous occasions of something similar like this happening was when back in Game Awards 2023, among those nominated for Best Independent Game was Dave the Diver, which is a fantastic game and deserved awards, but the problem was that it was not actually an independent game. It was not made by an independent developer and publisher. It was created by a small development team within this major publisher, Nexon, called Mint Rocket. And Nexon being a publisher, that is a multi-billion-dollar company, it just didn't seem fair to call Dave the Diver an indie title, whereas the other nominees actually were independent entities. And not to say that indie developers don't partner with publishers. A lot of these nominees are, in fact, published by other entities, but the difference with Dave the Diver is the fact that the development studio is actually a subsidiary of Nexon. It's directly tied to that publisher. In fact, back in July of 2025, Dave the Diver's director just came out and said that there is in fact nothing indie about this game, and he also made it a point to clarify that he didn't apply for it to be nominated by the Game Awards in the indie department. That was a decision made by the Game Awards and its committee.
Well, again, that's another admirable thing. I vaguely, for some reason, remember that drama with the Dave the Diver thing. I don't even remember who actually ended up winning, but yeah, it is on the tip of my tongue. I do kind of remember this stuff being a thing.
Here's a direct quote from Dave the Diver's director. "We never intended to give Dave the Diver an indie game feel. To begin with, we're making a game at Nexon, so there's nothing indie about it. However, when a game is made by a small team, the art style and game system tend to be unique. So I think that's why it was thought of as an indie game. For some reason, it was also nominated for an Indie Game Award, and people were asking, even though it's a Nexon game, but we didn't apply for it." At the end of the day, while all of those discussions were happening, Dave the Diver was ultimately still kept in as nominated for Best Independent Game. It did not win, but, a lot of people just questioned that particular decision. But at the same time, I understand that the term independent game is something that's a little nebulous in the sense that, everyone has a bit of a different definition for it. Is it about the budget? Is it about whether it has a publisher or not? Does its size, scale, scope, and ambition come into play? Because isn't Baldur's Gate 3 technically an indie game? Or Kojima Productions' Death Stranding? Kojima Productions kind of being independent, but being, funded by PlayStation to make Death Stranding a timed exclusive and stuff like that. I don't know, but I think the general consensus is that what a lot of people are looking for when it comes to celebrating indie games is giving the quote-unquote little guy, or the folks who are taking major risks by deciding to get into game development on their own terms. It's about supporting those games that didn't come from vast resources and have a certain kind of like that independent creative spirit where they are creatively autonomous. But the definition of what indie game is was nebulous enough where Jeff ultimately felt that Dave the Diver did deserve to be here, or he deferred to what he called jury of 120 global media outlets who vote on these awards to make that determination. So it's not like Jeff Keighley is solely responsible for all this, but he does run the show. He is the face of it. So, I imagine that a lot of decisions do fall on him. And so this is the decision that he made, and it was, rather controversial. Now, while Dave the Diver's director did say here that there's nothing indie about this game and said that it basically didn't deserve to be a part of that category back in 2023, they did that basically a year and a half after that.
Okay, well, I feel like I got the gist of it. Appreciate you, Young, yeah. But yeah, I feel like, again, I kind of thought when I had heard about this topic, about the indie game title being thrown around so much, I think is like, again, that seems to be a consistent issue that pops up every couple of years. I didn't remember it was Dave the Diver, but I vaguely remembered that there was some issue with that label being thrown onto a company, which I agree with Young. Yeah, it is super nebulous when it comes to talking about what is deemed an indie game and what is not, is it about how much backing and how much money is behind the company? Is it the amount of people that are within the developer? Is it like, do you have to have less than 10 people to be considered indie? It's all very interesting, I would say.
Well, looks like you've reached the end, haven't you? You imbeciles. On Enter ChazmaN, you'll witness gaming brilliance beyond your comprehension. ChazmaN Live brings the drama. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. EST. Long Plays delivers full journeys, uncut and unspoiled. Join the Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and TikTok below, if you can manage it. Still not following Enter ChazmaN? Then mediocrity clearly suits you.